And what do you think about getting the chance to open at home?
I'm excited. I think everybody's excited about this opportunity that we have coming up. A lot of energy, great energy around the city that I've been feeling, and just ready to go against somebody that's other than the Carolina Panthers. It's been a long time, feels like, but I think we're ready.
How would you characterize what you'd like the second chapter of your career to look like?
Huh? What was the first chapter?
Tell me.
I'm just going to keep my head down and just keep my blinders and stay focused. At this particular point in my career, I'm all, and nothing's pretty much changed as far as winning football games. That's the most important stat of all the sports, and that's winning. So, anything that I could do to help this team win, that's what I'm all about.
Can we ask you quite a bit about Norv's offense now going into the season? What's your comfort level, and what are you excited about?
Extremely comfortable, just extremely optimistic going. As far as Sunday. Pretty much everybody's firing on all cylinders, and I'm excited, just to play a full 4 quarters of football, and knowing that, we have our challenges up ahead of us as far as going against a great team, and, we'll be ready to go. Hopefully we can be in mid-season form, and that's as far as, it's the cliche thing they say, but hitting on all cylinders as far as efficiency, executing, just everything that comes into the game. We always say on the offensive side, let's perfect the small things that makes a big difference. So that's what it's going to come down to.
Cam, what's your scouting report on the Cowboys secondary? What do you see from them?
Very talented, rangy guys, and they're not afraid to come up and challenge you. So anytime that you got a team like that, and that they're helped by a very cerebral-esque linebacker core. And we just gotta play Carolina football, and if we do that, I think we'll be fine.
Were there any kind of growing pains with you and Norv, or learning the system or anything like that early on that you can kind of reflect on now that?
No, everything. I think the shocking thing was more or less how he was as easy as to get along. Well, no, I say get along because it's not like we're friends or anything. And that's he's the coach, and I try to make sure that I'm the best form of myself as possible. But all in all, the transition has been extremely smooth, and I'm excited about what's to come for this year.
You hear a lot about how Norv Turner's a perfectionist, but you also kind of hear about how he's kind of fun to be around, kind of very exuberant in his style of the way he coaches and teaches. I'm wondering if you can expand on that a little bit.
Well, he just expects a lot, not only from himself, and when I say himself, it's not like he's out there running routes or throwing or anything. Just his expectations coming towards the game, and from the receivers to quarterbacks, to running backs, linemen. Everybody just has a standard that has to be met by his likeness, and whether that's the case or he understands the talent pool, and if you're underachieving where you're supposed to be, then he's going to expect that from you. Not saying that we haven't had that before or whatever. Every coach is different, and every coach has their niche. And Norv has been around this league for an extremely long time, and for him to have had the type of caliber players, he knows a thing or two about how to get guys going.
And we talked to you in Spartanburg about kind of you posting this videos of workouts and things throughout the summer. How would you compare where you are now, fitness and health-wise, to previous season?
I'm always in the best shape of my life. Always. A person once told me there's 2 type of players that play in the NFL. There's football players and there's professional football players. And football players just are those guys who just wake up and just think that things just happen. And professional football players are the guys that wake up and make things happen. And knowing that nothing starts and everything stops at your body. So being able to take care of your body from treatment to, cardiovascular activities, all are things that I need to kind of keep myself going. And, it may kind of seem like I've taken that step of doing certain things that I haven't been doing, but that's not true. I've just decided to start posting the things that I do to kind of give people an idea that, whatever I'm doing, it's no particular reason.
This is your 8 for you. Does it feel like it's been 7 full seasons?
No, I feel like a rookie. Yes. I'm happy. I miss football. I miss running out of the tunnel. I miss scoring touchdowns and the Sunday giveaways and just that Monday feeling of Victory Mondays, followed by going around the, uptown Charlotte, different areas of Charlotte, and people are wearing their Carolina gear. And that feeling is contagious. To bring the pride to Charlotte each and every football season is something that, I really take pride in because I've seen it change over the years. And Sunday is no different. We know we're playing a team that has a, pretty good, being modest when I say it, a really good fan base. But we have a good fan base too. So, when third down comes, when touchdowns are coming, when we need everything, as far as the excitement and the yelling and the cheering and the screaming from our fans, we know we can expect that, come Sunday. And as far as how I feel, I can't wait.
What's your take on the Colin Kaepernick ad?
As far as, that's a broad question.
Just what's your take on it? Do you like it, agree with it?
And I've always respected the man that Colin is, and I said that since day one. I can't really speak on different brands because obviously you know what brand who I go with, and I would kind of want everybody to be wearing Under Armours. But at the end of the day, we all are entitled to our own opinion. We all have freedom of speech and can believe in any and everything that we want to believe in. So, as from man to man, I respect the hell out of them, and that's pretty much all I got to say.
A couple of weeks ago, your foundation announced a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of America.
Yes.
So hoping that you could maybe talk about that for a minute.
Well, it's a Super Cam club, and pretty much for every single touchdown that I have this year from either rushing or passing, you can kind of devote yourself to giving a donation to my foundation, which at the end of the year we're going to split 50-50 dividends with the Boys and Girls Club of America. Not only that, I'm going to match the offer. So that final bill at the end of the year, hopefully it's a very hefty one. I won't have no problem with paying that, for a great cause. And, just seeing certain things that the Boys and the Girls Club has had so many major impacts on people's lives, as well as, my foundation. It was, great partnership, and hopefully, great partnership to come for years to come.
My understanding was this is the first year. This is not the first year you've done it, but it's the first year you're contributing as well. How important was it for you to kind of get more involved with it?
Well, it's not more involved. It's more or less just adding a extra nugget just to kind of put my money where my mouth is. Knowing that a lot of people are big on that. I am too. So just not just asking people to donate, so whatever you donate, I'm going to match it as well, so we can, help the world in any way possible.
Do you have a guess on how many touchdowns you're going to score so people know what they're on the hook for?
Yes.
You want to share?
A lot.
And what's the story behind Captain Munnerlyn joining you for those workouts in the morning?
How do you know?
Well, they're posted on your Instagram. I'm a ghost
Oh,
follower.
dang. But did you like it? Okay, we're not going to go down there. Well, Cap, it initially started as a bet. And I'm not sure if you know the backstory about Captain Munderland, he's a betting man. So anything, I'm talking, man, is it going to rain next week? Is it going, obviously he's a Gamecocks fan, and a lot of people are in this room, but I don't know why. But it started as a bet, and the bet was a bet you couldn't wake up and walk with Cam every single morning during training camp. And as we're going day after day after day, I'm surprised just to keep seeing, little Cap, walk into this locker room, he's always going to complain, but he's always going to do it too. So, waking up at 5:30, 6, on the treadmill at like 6:15, making sure that we're all hydrated up and got food in our system come, 8 o'clock. So we're doing a lot. And, the first week goes by, second week goes by, and Cap's still there, man. And now, a month or 2 months in, he's beating me to the treadmill. And it's kind of a challenge for me to just, kind of see him. And what you get from it is you see the way he's feeling, the way he's playing, at the age that he is, he still has a lot of life and a lot of skill set still to him. And, I kind of figured my workload in practice as far as running and whatever is kind of different than a DB or a receiver. So I'm able to do certain things, but, he still didn't change. He likes the way that it makes him feel. And it's somewhat therapeutic too. It's not just all about sweating and gassing out or just maxing out of energy exertion. It's still waking yourself up, getting your legs up under you or whatnot. And he's been looking great. I've told him time and time again that just it's a different Cap, I feel like, on the field. Now, he's always had a chip on his shoulder, with his physicalness and the physicality that he brings to the table. And that's why, we love him. And we need that type of energy, not only on the defensive side, but as the whole, team. And he's been doing it. And, he not only has probably shocked himself, he shocked me too. So, yeah.
So how much do you owe him?
Oh, I didn't bet him. I'm going to protect names and saying who betted him, but I didn't bet him. My job is to say yay or nay if he came or not, and as far as the morning. And I've been saying yes a lot.
You guys were in the Super Bowl a few years ago. I mean, do you feel like this team has what it takes to win a Super Bowl?
And I'm just trying to make sure by 8 p.m. on Sunday night, Carolina Panthers are victorious. We ain't got time to be looking into February. Hell, I don't even know what tomorrow brings, let alone February. So I would appreciate if, we can all give all our energy to Sunday's game.
The playlist today, what'd you think of it?
It was groovy. I ain't have no problem with none of that. It's I'm a lot of incorporated coaches and a lot of responsibilities on my plate behind the scenes, so I can't confirm or deny that I had something to do with that playlist. I just hope that people took heed to it, respected it, and just like it.
Did Norv Turner show you the song that he wrote last year?
He wrote a song.
Country music song. Yeah.
Listen, one thing about Norv that I've realized, he packs a lot of personality, just because, he may walk around very modestly and he ain't fooling me. I did my research and, I was extremely shocked about the things that I found. Not in a bad way, but kind of in a good way, like, oh, okay. So I could pretty much bring a lot of stuff out of certain people.
Cam, Olsen a couple weeks ago said he thinks, understanding that your first couple years, Steve Smith was a very dynamic player, but collectively that this is probably the most offensive weapons you guys have. He came in the same year you did. Would you agree, and how so and why?
Well, we don't know what we have yet. And that's why Sunday is so important for everybody, because we finally find out. saddened to hear about LeKirk, and my prayers are with him. But at the end of the day, we still got 5 receivers that we think extremely high of, and they know what they're supposed to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. Greg knows what he's supposed to do. And like I say, this whole team knows their role and their responsibility, and we're just trying to max out on that as a whole. And before we start foreshadowing things and kind of expecting things, or you said this or that said what, or we're all just trying to focus on winning football games. And as that comes, a lot of things will kind of show his hand. Thank you.